everybody! How's it going on this Friday evening? This is your friend MC. I will be your professor this evening on Hyrule Academy, your weekly show that airs right here on Radio Hyrule every Friday at 10 p.m. US Eastern Time. A quick reminder, if you aren't already, you might want to head on over to radiohyrule.com/chatroom, where you can talk with me and the rest of your classmates, alright? We can have a fun time tonight because we have a very good discussion tonight. I said tonight twice, but it's alright. It's alright. We'll survive tonight. Anyways, our topic of the week this week is the second Ganon. You must be saying, the second Ganon? I'd have no idea what you're talking about. Well, there's Ganondorf. You guys know Ganondorf. He's a good guy, right? Not really a good guy. He's kind of a bad guy. But, he's a guy, right? Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time, The Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. You see that Ganondorf. He's all the same Ganondorf. All inside the Fallen Timeline, same Ganondorf. But you guys ever played the game Four Swords Adventures? Anybody know Four Swords Adventures? Anybody play that game? It's a great game. It's wonderful. And in that game, we have a new Ganon. It's a new Ganon. And I'm going to tell you all about it right now. So, in Twilight Princess, Ganondorf dies. He is stabbed right through the chest with the Master Sword, and he's quite dead. He falls. Does he fall over? Pretty sure he falls over. And that's it. He's done. He's done for. And that's pretty much the end of that Ganondorf inside the child timeline there. However, in Four Swords Adventures, we learn that he is reincarnated. There's a brand new Ganondorf, and he is a desert nomad. His name is Ganondorf. He's not Ganon. He's not some unnamed Gerudo. He is Ganondorf, and he is a Gerudo. And what's really cool in this game is we don't actually see the Gerudo Ganondorf, but we hear a lot about him. Specifically, we hear that he actually breaks into the Desert Pyramid and steals two things. A trident, which is commonly known to fans as the Trident of Power. That's a fan name, though. It's just called the Trident inside the actual game. So don't go assuming with your fan names. It's just like you, Ganon, which I do not approve of. But Trident of Power, I'll go with it. And he also steals the Dark Mirror. Using the Dark Mirror, he's able to release Dark World enemies upon the world, specifically Shadow Link. And he also uses this power to free Vaati. And Vaati captures the maidens. And thus, he uses the power of the maidens to become Ganon. And he's very powerful. And the Dark World enemies are released upon the world. And we know what happens inside the game. Link does the thing where he saves the people. And suddenly Ganon is defeated. Or at least sealed underneath the Fourth Sword. Which does allow for future games inside that series with Ganon. So I'm hoping to see something to that inside the future. But as of right now, we have no idea if we're actually going to be seeing more from that timeline. All we know is that this Ganon is somebody new, and he does a lot of things in this game. A lot more than people actually think. People think Four Swords Adventures is actually a very concentrated and not very lore-heavy game, but it is a huge game. It has Vaati, it has a new Ganondorf, and the Trident of Power and Dark Mirror. So I have some questions for you guys, the class, tonight. I hope you all have your Hyrule stories open, because I want to hear your thoughts. So during this next music segment we have, which is a really wonderful music segment, by the way, I want to hear you guys answer the following questions. Chat and class of the Hyrule Academy, I want to know, wait a minute, Ganondorf is reincarnated? How is he reincarnated? Is this the Curse of Demise, or is this something else? Is there something that happens with the Twilight Princess Ganondorf that causes this? Any theories we have inside the chat? Please share your opinions with me. I would really like to know. Also, what makes this trident so important? Why do people give it this fan name? Why do people call it the Trident of Power? What makes it different than the trident that Yuga holds, or even the one from A Link to the Past, or any of the other games? Even the Ganon Nightmare form from Link's Awakening. Why is this trident most powerful? And is it the same trident that we see in those other games? Let me know. Lastly, I want to know about the Dark World. How does the Dark World exist? Because wasn't the Dark World supposed to be the Sacred Realm turned evil? Ganon does not get the full Triforce in this game. How is he transforming the Sacred Realm into something called the Dark World? Is it a different Dark World? You're going to have to tell me, because right now I'm gonna hold back my theories and thoughts and see what you guys have to say, because if I just tell you all the answers, this isn't a very good class, now is it? Actually, it'd probably be a really good class, because you'd probably all ace your finals. There will be a final. I'm only joking. There will not be a final. Anyways, be sure to answer those questions, and any questions that you have, you can ask me right back inside the chat room at radiohyrule.com/chatroom. I will be listening in over this next music segment. I got a really great one for you. Usually we have multiple songs in our song segments, but to start us off, I'm going to be telling the story of the second Ganondorf with, as we know, the story of Twilight Princess is what sets it really off. So I have probably one of my favorite movements from the Symphony of the Goddesses coming up for you. It is the Twilight Princess symphonic movement. I really hope you guys enjoy. I'll be back in just a short while to talk all about the second Ganon. Keep locked to Radio Hyrule. Okay, so it seems like we are having some difficulties playing the Twilight Princess symphonic movement. I don't know why it's deciding to do this on this day, and I apologize greatly. Hopefully I'll fix that up and we'll be able to listen to that. But for right now, I guess we'll move on to some more discussion, I guess. A little bit more discussion never hurt anybody. Alright, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan. I guess the music playlist just wants more discussion. We'll do that. We'll do that right now, in fact. Alright, so let's talk about Ganon some more. Again, it's a lot of great opinions here inside the chat, and I know that you guys have a lot of great opinions coming out, and I'll put those inside the community section here, coming up in just a moment. So, some things that I've been hearing from you guys is some people asking about who this new Ganon is, and is this Ganondorf the same Ganon, or is it a new one? And in my personal opinion, I've had a lot of strong feelings towards this. I've had a lot of strong feelings towards it actually being a different Ganondorf, because it is the name of this episode is the second Ganon, not the first Ganon. And so the big thing that I have to push for this is that we have a new Ganondorf inside the desert. When you go and talk to the Gerudo inside Four Swords Adventures, it's very clear that they're talking about a different man, a man that we haven't really heard of before. Like they say he was okay. Like he was a little. I'm very much paraphrasing. I don't have the exact dialogue in front of me, but from what I understand, he was pretty much a regular Gerudo, and everybody was pretty okay with him. But then he started to do bad things. He started to go to the desert and steal things. So I'm not sure exactly why this could have been happening. But alas, you know, why would this Ganondorf turn evil so suddenly and quickly? There's not really much that we get from them. They don't say, well, this happened and suddenly he went and did stuff. So I think that while it is a brand new Ganondorf, I definitely believe that this Ganondorf is a reincarnation. It's a definite reincarnation. He is receiving some sort of message or something that tells him what to do. He has to go and get the trident. He has to free Vadi. He has a very laid out plan for somebody who is brand new to the world of Hyrule, a new Gerudo man, you know what I'm saying? He's so new, in fact, that he needs to go and seek out power rather than go straight for the Triforce. He goes for the trident. So there's a lot of things that leads me to believe that he is indeed a new Ganondorf. So another question you may be having is, why do we not see Ganondorf as a Gerudo? We only see him at the very end of the game as the full, the pig wizard, so to speak, Ganon. We see him as Ganon, not Ganondorf. And while a lot of people are going to say, well, it's a video game, you know, I like to analyze it a little bit more specifically. This Ganondorf is, in fact, in my opinion, almost a little bit better than the old Ganondorf, because he gets things done. He goes so fast, and he knows that his ultimate form is to be Ganon, so he goes straight for the Trident, he goes straight for Shadow Link, goes straight for Vadi. He's unlocking everything. This guy is unleashing power on the world. Like, if this was a different timeline, he'd be releasing Malladus, he could be releasing Bellum, he could be doing it all. He'd be finding up Yuga, he'd be calling Lorule up, and saying, bring all your evil guys, cause I'm Ganondorf, and I'm gonna be your new overruler. Did I say Ganondorf? I meant Ganon. I am the pig wizard. The only thing he doesn't do in this, like, this mad race for all this power is he doesn't actually get the Triforce, which I find to be very interesting. But I'm sure the Triforce has more important things to do than play around with Ganon. So another thing that I hear a lot is that there's an exact quote inside the game that says, "Ancient Demon Reborn" is what they refer to him as. They call Ganon the Ancient Demon Reborn, which is a very big point inside the timeline for me, like in terms of timeline discussion, because this is very much the creators of the game saying that there was an old demon that came back. And this was around the time of the Twilight Princess came out. I don't have the exact dates of release. So they must have known it was Ganondorf, or if we want to take this a step further, timeline theorists, Ancient Demon, the Demon King himself, Demise. I feel very, very strongly that this is referring to Demise. And while they probably meant Ganondorf at the time of creating the game, it really is a retroactive thing. There's a lot of times inside the games where you'll be able to be, playing the game, the Minish Cap, which immediately follows Skyward Sword timeline-wise. And even though the game was developed by another entity, a third-party entity, and it was developed, away from Nintendo and long before Skyward Sword, when you play through the game, there's a lot of times where things just, make sense. Where you see, like, there's a sky world inside the Minish Cap above Hyrule that's pretty abandoned but still some people, and you think, could that have been Skyloft? And that's what I really love about the Legend of Zelda series, and I think that the whole line Ancient Demon Reborn is a great case of that. Anyways, thank you all again for your inputs and discussions, and I do want to remind you to go to radiohyrule.com/chatroom and give me your opinions and thoughts on this wonderful discussions we're having tonight on Ganon. I'm going to be playing the next song now. We're going to go on to the next music block. Not exactly sure if it's going to go off without a hitch. If it doesn't, I very much apologize, and I'm going to see if I can fix it up here in the break. But if there is no break, we'll talk. We'll talk and chat about Ganon. That sounds like the plan. This is Hyrule Academy on Radio Hyrule every Friday night at 10 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So come on over, have some fun, and we'll do some stuff. Enjoy the music. Hello everybody, welcome on back to Hyrule Academy, your weekly show where we talk about Zelda lore, fiction, and other such crazy matters such as fan theories and all sorts of fun stuff. And listen to some music. We've been listening to some great music, I think, inside this past block. It was quite a big block because I had to make up for the previous lack of block, so we're all good now. And I hope you guys enjoyed what we had to listen to. First up, we got to hear the Lanayru Desert Remix. That was by Mozzarati, I believe is how you pronounce that. Mozzarati. It's Mozzarati. Check him out on YouTube. I was really impressed by that remix. I'm going to have to go and see if they have any more stuff up on their channel, because I would love to listen to some more of that, because it was really epic. It was very true and very epic. I really enjoyed it. After that, we did hear the Twilight Princess Symphonic Movement that I did promise to you, and that, of course, is arranged by Chad Sider and played at the Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses. It's a wonderful, fantastic arrangement. It was probably my second favorite song inside the entire Symphony of the Goddesses. I won't go into my listing my favorites, because overall, it's one experience, in my opinion. One experience. And after that, we did hear, I made a note to myself. I was like, MC Gamer, you are going to learn how to pronounce Pokeball. Pokeball? Is that how you pronounce it? Pokeball's Ganon? Either way, it's from DJ Pretzel over on OC Remix. DJ Pretzel, of course, is very involved over at OC Remix. And I'm sure you guys know all about that, because you all are video game music connoisseurs, right? Right. Maybe a little bit. Either way, let's get back to talking to you guys here in our community section all about the second Ganon. So I've collected a lot of thoughts from you guys, a lot of thoughts and questions that you guys have been thinking. You're still talking, you are still chatting, and I'll glance over the chat as we finish up this discussion session, but I do want to get right into what you guys have been saying and answering my questions. So Slowpoke as a Gamer responded to my question about what is this Ganondorf? Like how is he reincarnated? And he says, Curse of Demise, full stop. He said that he'd follow the descendants of Link and Zelda for all time, and he won't be stopping reincarnating until Link and Zelda do. So, Slowpoke is a gamer just laying it down. He's saying it's Demise, and that is it. That is it. It is him. However, Yoshitaru comes in and has a rebuttal for Slowpoke, saying, but the Curse of Demise is linked to Ganon, the pig demon. And I'm guessing that Yoshitaru is referring to how Ganondorf comes into existence. And this is where I'd like to, Yoshitaru, you were here last week, and I disagreed with you a lot. So I hope you can stand one more disagreement, because I have something else coming up for you that I agree with 100%. But I disagree slightly that the Curse of Demise is linked to Ganon, the pig demon. I definitely believe the Curse of Demise is linked to just bringing evil, somebody into plaguing Link and Zelda. By extension, I do agree with you that Ganon has this power and this demon within him that is what from Demise. However, it is not the reincarnation that is. I'm sorry. Let me try to say that again. Ganon is reincarnated. Ganondorf is reincarnated because of the Curse of Demise. Ganon isn't reincarnated from the Curse of Demise. It's Ganondorf specifically. It's the human form. And so I feel very strongly about that, and I hope that I don't step on your feet one more time. Captain Trina comes in and says, in my headcanon and understanding, Ganon equals Ganondorf plus extra Demise power. And that goes back to what I was just saying to Yoshitaru. I actually agree very much that Ganondorf is himself. He is his own Gerudo. And if it wasn't for the Curse of Demise, Ganondorf could have been born the first Gerudo male in a century, and he could have been fine. However, that Demise power within him had that Ganon, the pig demon, like within him, and he had to seek it out. Not only did he have to seek it out in Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time, but he also wanted to seek it out come this new incarnation, the second Ganon. Master Zyra comes in and says, according to this story, the Dark World was the spirit realm, but when Ganon was locked inside, the evil in his heart turned into darkness. Now, I believe you're speaking to the Sacred Realm, and you're talking about a link to the past, Master Zyra. I looked up the Spirit Realm, and there's no documentation in any of my Zelda resources about a Spirit Realm. I could be wrong. Maybe there's something that I'm overlooking. But in all my research, I of course checked the good old Zelda wiki. There's nothing about a Spirit Realm. I'm guessing you're speaking of the Sacred Realm. The problem is, it was the Spirit. Now you've confused me. The Sacred Realm was turned into the Dark Realm through the power of the Triforce, a wish placed on the Triforce by Ganon inside the Decline timeline. We're inside the Child timeline, where Ganondorf never got his hands on the full Triforce. So how does this Dark World exist? And there's some other opinions in here. But one thing I'd like to bring up really quickly is the Moon Pearl. This Moon Pearl that allows you to go to the Dark World is something that we haven't ever seen inside any other games. We've seen it inside some games, but we've never. It hasn't been as important as what we saw here. We saw the Moon Pearl inside A Link to the Past, but it wasn't as important as it was inside Four Swords Adventures, which speaks to me that this Dark World is more than just something that Ganon created himself. This is something that has always existed, and perhaps in A Link to the Past, Ganon knew of this Dark World. And this is my new theory. I'm taking this. I'm putting it on my invisible blog that I have. That what happened inside A Link to the Past is Ganon did not wish for the Sacred Realm to become a land of monsters. He wished for the Sacred Realm to become the Dark World that he had heard about inside Legends, and that has always existed. So instead of him creating his own world, instead he just made it into the world that he knew existed somewhere else. Anyways, let's move on to another thing from Yoshitaru, who says, multiple Ganondorfs is a given, just like multiple Links and Zeldas, but multiple Ganons is a point of uncertainty. And this is what I agree with Yoshitaru, saying that while we're going to have multiple Ganondorfs reincarnated, having Ganon come only is a something that happens because of immense power. We've of course seen the Triforce of Power give that ability to him, but in this game we see the Trident give him the power. Now let's talk about the Trident. We had one theory come out of left field from Martin, who says Triforce of Power is within the Trident. I'm not going to accept that inside my own fan theories, but I'm just going to leave it there, let it stew with you guys, because I think there's that theory could be developed. So let it stew. Slowpoke as a gamer also comes back and says, chances are the trident is just Ganon's form of the Master Sword. It's a signature weapon, possibly one he poured part of his power into making. Very similar to possibly the Triforce, like Martin was saying. And Yoshitaro also comes in and says, the trident may very well be Demise's sword reforged. What if it was the Girahim sword, the anti-mass sword of so to speak, but it was reforged into something brand new, into this trident? That's a theory that I am really willing to consider, and I hope you guys really advance these theories, write them up, put them on blogs and on the forums over at Zelda Universe is a place, I do believe. So do things like that. I'm really excited to hear this. There's some really good theories coming in there. And I thank you all, again, for your thoughts. They are always very much appreciated right here on Hyrule Academy. We have a very exciting music blocks all set up for you guys. To finish it off, I have a little bit more of Ganon music for you. I love Ganon. He's my favorite character in video gaming, and I want to do him good. I want to make him proud of me with this last segment of music. So I hope, Ganon, if you're tuned in, I hope you broke free of your vacuum seal, and I hope you are very excited to hear what you have coming for you. And I love you. But that aside, thank you all for listening in to Hyrule Academy every Friday at 10 p.m. right here on Radio Hyrule. Please enjoy this next song from Four Swords Adventures. Hey guys, I hope you guys had a fun time tonight. I know I sure did. And we've had a wonderful time listening to some great music here inside this last segment, and I will recap it for you right now. First off, you guys did hear Hauck's remix called The Electric Flute, and of course that is a beautiful remix of Four Swords Adventures music. I had to put that one in. I thought to myself, we might do more Four Swords Adventures discussions in another episode, and I might want to save this song for then, but you know what? I just couldn't resist. So we had to put it in. After that, I heard you guys laughing. No, I didn't hear you guys laughing. I heard you guys very excited about this song. It was something a little bit different. I'm not a fan of the dubstep, but a little bit of Vadi never hurt. And a wise old man once said. He also said, it's a secret to everybody. No, my friend, that is what a moblin would say. Common misconception. He said, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. All right. So DJ Joe made that song. Vadi's Wrath is that dubstep. Vadi's Wrath. Wonderful song. And after that, we did hear BMB Guitar's cover of the Ganon battle song from A Link to the Past. It's also the same song we hear in Four Swords Adventures, and he calls that cover the Prince of Darkness, even though he is technically the King of Evil and the Prince of Thieves. But the Prince of Darkness works too. I'll take it. That's a title that I would be proud of if I was Ganon. Next, what I want to talk about, guys, is what we've already talked about. We had a lot of opinion shared today. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great things that you guys told me today, and I would like to draw some conclusions, bring this full circle. I heard from you guys. Basically, you thought this trident is very similar to the other tridents, but it's something that is distinct. It's a distinct trident that, while it's very powerful, and it may even imbibe the powers of the Triforce of Power, which is a crazy thought, it's just a trident, and it gave Ganon some supreme power to let him become Ganon, very similar to how the Triforce of Power could give him the power to become Ganon. So I can see where that theory would come with the Triforce of Power. It's a wonderful theory. I also heard that you guys pretty much came to the conclusion that the Dark World is probably a different place. There was a lot of mixed opinions on this one today. A lot of mixed opinions. I was very, very surprised to see you guys so on the fence about just like bringing it to a close, but you guys were still talking even after the community section. So the Dark World is definitely a mystery in this game. And I also, we seem to have come to the conclusion that the reincarnation was definitely demise. There wasn't much discussion between us in terms of how the second Ganon came to be. It was pretty much definitely demise. Pretty much definitely. Although there was some discussion over perhaps this guy is Ganondorf is able to recover himself. It's Ganondorf, not it's Ganondorf, not Ganon, that's able to be reincarnated through the power demise. So definitely some interesting thoughts. But overall, guys, that is going to have to be the end of this week's show. While we did have a lot of fun, we will be doing this, of course, next week, every Friday at 10 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And I got a wonderful absolutely fantastic topic for you next week. I'll tell you about it right now. It is going to be the mystery of the Composer Brothers. So study your Ocarina of Time as well as Majora's Mask. I'm going to probably be focusing a little bit more on the Ocarina of Time side of things. But the Composer Brothers are a great topic. So we're going to start gathering up your knowledge. I'll be trying to find ourselves a guest to talk to next week. It'll be a great time. Wonderful time. And also a reminder, if you want to, go to radiohyrule.com/donate and support Radio Hyrule. It's a great station. I think it is. I'm going to chip in. You should too. Anyways, you should go ahead and also email me over at mcgamer@zeldathon.net if you have any thoughts or if you have any questions, song requests, things of that nature. I can't promise anything, but I'll take a look. I'll definitely do that. But thank you all for your inputs this week, and thank you for just being absolutely wonderful people. Thank you for being really amazing and just giving me a lot of support. People are very excited about the Composer Brothers and this thing. But that's all from me. I'm going to leave you off with one song from my friend Ga Metal, which is the Dark World theme. Enjoy, everybody, and have a wonderful evening.